There was a lot of weight on my shoulders, you know. The whole hardstyle scene was looking at me, but not only the whole hardstyle scene, also my management, my agency, you know, even got some text messages of Q-Dance like, "Don't fuck this up."
Q-Dance presents Legends.
My father and my mother are the sweetest people in the world, but are so far from this scene. Those people are just a little bit different than in the way they think, more traditional, you know. I'm more like a, let's say, like a businessman and an entertainer, and my father and my mother are not like that at all. The thing is that my father worked for a boss for all his life, you know? So, of course, his son needs to do the same because you get solid money, you know? There's an income and no stress and it's going good. So, yeah, my parents were this hard-working guy and a housewife, and then suddenly you have a son who wants to perform on stage and wants to travel the world with his music. It's completely different. But I was always like, no, this is what I want to do, you know? It's like, I feel that this is my path, you know? I was searching for some things that were similar, and of course my father, he was playing as a drummer in the streets, and my mother is still a country dancer. So yeah, so my brother is older, and he was a DJ in his bedroom. He was playing at radio stations, local radio stations, etc. And I was interested, you know. I was a small brother looking at all the DJ gear, but I was more interested in how they make the music than playing the music. So I was like, but okay, but you play the music, but there is somebody who made this, you know, and that triggered me, you know. Yeah, jump was big in Belgium back in the days. Basically, it was the leading harder style sound in Belgium. So it was dominating, and I'm from Belgium, so I rolled into that scene, and I was like, okay, I know how to make this. And so I started making jump when I was still very young, you know. And luckily, there was no other big act doing that in Belgium back then. So at first, you had in Turnhout, where I was born, and I still live, by the way. You had Tough Music, which was a big DJ store, you know, and they were starting up their record label as well, Zoo Records, and so I was like, hey, this is a great demo, listen to it, and they did, and they sent me a contract back. And together with my best buddy, Marijn from Bass Events, now the owner of Bass Events, he was like, no, you cannot just sign this contract. I need to get deeper into the contract because they're gonna fuck you over.
Dat is een geinig verhaal. Op dat moment hadden wij een vinylzaak, een plaatzaak. We hadden al heel snel in de gaten dat er best wel veel talentvolle producers langskwamen. En ik kreeg een beetje de idee van, goh, hey, weet je wat we doen? We gaan die muziek zelf uitbrengen. En toen kwam een ventje, 15 jaar. En stelde zich voor en had gelijk ook een manager erbij. Voorgesteld, contract meegegeven. En daags erop kwam hij met een contract terug. En ja, daar was eigenlijk niet zoveel meer van over, van dat contract. Volgens mij stond alleen zijn naam er nog in.
We got back with the let's say the contract that was all written in red pen all over, you know, like this is not good, and we don't want this. But we were just like shit little kids, you know. So we didn't know what was up, and yeah, so they were like, what is this? What is this guy talking about? So the deal went off, and then I went to Effective Music guys who released also Artund Jorn 16 back in the days, which was hardstyle classic, and that's where my first release is on. Jaime was laughing his ass off when he received the contract back. And then years after, because the relationship with the current record label back then wasn't that good. So that's why I moved to Jaime again.
De aanhouder wint. Hij kwam naar ons toe. Kwam volgens mij met de return aanzetten. Een plaat. Een jumpstyle plaat. En ja, die was zo goed. Dat was echt gewoon een hit.
I got something for your mind, your body and your soul. For your mind, your body, and your soul.
Q Dance Network.